I'm pretty damn hungry. However occurred. I can hold out on snacks until I'm done with the session, if we keep it short today. This must be another person affected by the death dream. And since Weiss's intro to the guy over there was yet another victim, I was definitely supposed to do this person first. It would appear that way, yes. Let's get it done. Gods, please don't tell me I have to go back in there. I'm not good at this mind game crap. I'd rather hit something in the face and be done with it. Okay, if that's supposed to be consistent part of his personality, I can get on board with it. I just didn't think there was too much in the opening stages of the game that established he likes punching things. Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission. Yeah. First person. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? Damn. My box, my prison, is tucked under a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that seems without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in the single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Hey, anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters on my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. I'm going for like an Edgar Allan Poe narrator here. I hope that's coming through. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. In fact, you could kind of interpret this as a Cask of Amontillado situation. I've been locked behind this wall. My good friend Montresor has done this. It's Montresor, right? He's one of the characters. I always forget if he's the one that gets walled in or if Montresor is the main character. I believe Montresor is the main character. Because it's for the love of God, Montresor is the ending thing. Fortunato is the guy who gets locked behind, I believe. So yeah, I'm going for a Fortunato voice here, I guess. I just kind of decided that. Even though Fortunato is not the narrator in the story he's a part of. I really like Edgar Allan Poe, okay? Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired man and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain and I'm forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Flint. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Flint extends his massive hand and pulls me from my cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. Never thought to hear the rain again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my feet and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know that you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Oh, this is going to be like an actual text adventure this time. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet, all are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Canopied beds resting atop of velvet, interesting. Searching for the door of the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of grey matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter I cannot be certain, then my mind grants me merciful blackness and I find myself opening a door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. I squint down the dim corridors. Oh, okay. Now it is a text adventure. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume, even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. This poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I've been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squint down the dim quarters and proceed south. That was just a wild thing that happened. At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in a dark chamber. Doubtless they are filled with wine. Some nice Amontillado, perhaps? My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat had relief. I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups mean nothing, I tell myself. The casks will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. It is blood still warm from the body, whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. By all the gods, are the rest of the casks filled with blood as well? I lack the courage to confirm my suspicion. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, setting me toppling over into the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell. Crawling on all fours like an animal, holding back screams lest any foulness enter my body, I lurch forward through the red waters and out of the room to freedom. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. I think further east is the only way, right? I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet swishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. I'm sensing a theme, my man. An armory of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands, and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was the punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridors and see north is a new route, I think. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. You dumb bast! I really figured that was going to be Weiss. You dumb bast! Shouts Flint. He surely did have to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Grimoire Weiss, wet and tattered, floats on the water surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. Really? Alright. Really? I thought it was gonna put me back next to the villager. This is slightly worrying, and I'm glad I saved after the mayor. But we'll see. Honestly, this is good for me, because getting back to the spot where I was is going to give me a chance to rest my voice. I'm getting to the, I don't know if this happens to anyone. God damn it. Okay. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but sometimes my lips and tongue start getting tingly, and that's usually a sign that, like, my body doesn't have a lot of, my body needs more energy. Which is different, because I don't feel that hungry, but it happens particularly if I talk a lot and I have not had a lot of food. Oh, I haven't noticed that he has idle animations. That's cute. So yeah, the game did not save after I rescued the first guy. So I'm actually going to do his thing again. And I'll just cut this out of recording, and I'll grab a snack while I'm doing this, because this is just going to be a bunch of mashing now. I would normally get a granola bar for things like this, but Chewy, my go-to granola bar brand, has had a massive recall recently. And most other granola bars are actually quite expensive. The store brand ones are usually not bad. I buy Target brand ones, but they don't come in large boxes, so I usually don't have a ton on hand. The solution is just get multiple boxes at once, and I just don't do that for some reason. But yeah, I find myself in short supply of granola bars often, and the only real reason why is because I don't buy them in bulk when I definitely can. They're plastic wrapped. I don't know if they expire, and if they do, it's a while. Anyways, I have goldfish. That's going to be my snack of choice. That being said, it took way less time to mash through that than I expected, so I should finish the thought. So I'm going to get my snacks in now. I will cut this out now. God damn it, why are goldfish packages so hard to open in, like, a normal-ass way? Sorry, now I'll cut this out. Well, that's upsetting. Let me get another munch in here. Okay, so we might not be done, but as it turns out, we made it to the front door. We just did it in so many moves that we also died. But the choice, that last choice I made, having made less wrong turns, led us to this. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. That's a little bit frustrating that, like, there is cool content at every wrong turn, so in a weird way, I'm kind of happy I got to all the wrong turns, but then I was punished for it. Break it down, someone cries, so I give myself the effort. In tandem with Flint and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. When the third try gives way, we find ourselves sprawled in front of the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west, I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. Sorry, I lost my madness voice. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly I try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asks Weiss. And you are a woman, madam? Yes, I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose it comes as something of a surprise, seeing as I exist only in the form of words. Yeah, I was fully imagining Fortunato. You got me there. I can see that the one known as Flint is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description. Ew, gross. But he hides it well. We're gonna interpret that he's like, he wants to find out if it was like a designer dress, and he just wants to know if the narrator here is serving. I don't like the idea he wants to know more about how tattered the dress is. But he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades. You have anything to say about that? Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time. I hear you. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right? Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I've had enough wordplay to last a lifetime, thank you very much. Yeah, I hear you. Well, let's go see the mayor. I know there's multiple houses on screen, so maybe there are more villagers indoors. Really seemed like I did all the work there and the village didn't do shit, but alright. Does he have glasses? Yeah, he does. That's fun.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you. Obtain the one-handed sword Faith. Oh yeah, we could switch swords. Holy crap. Ah, crap. Holy crap. I can really have this? Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you again for everything. I simply cannot bear another of these infernal conversations. Let us save it for another time. No. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to lead into another thing. Ah, hello again. You know, I've been trying to figure out a way to thank you for saving me, and I think I've got it. We're going to put up a statue of you. It'll be 10 foot high and made of pure gold. Oh, and I know you don't own a horse, but I think we'll put you on one anyway. Horses just make people look more heroic, you know? How's that? You don't want a statue? Oh, I thought you'd really enjoy it. Regardless, thanks to your tireless efforts, our village is at peace once more. And at peace. Ha ha ha! That's a little agricultural joke right there. Anyway, I've been thinking about other things besides bad jokes and statues. I've also decided that we need to start holding the village festival again. We used to have it every year, but the last mayor thought it was old-fashioned or something, and he killed it. But since I'm the mayor, I can start it up again. That's not abusing my power or anything, is it? What's that? You want to hear about the festival? Well, the official name is the Feast of the 3 Days. We call it that because everyone sits around a huge table and eats for 3 days straight. No sleeping allowed. Oh, and we hold it on the foggiest days of the year, so it's hard to tell what you're eating. Also probably hard to tell when to hold the holiday, right? If you're relying on fog, you only hold it when it's foggy. Some of the dishes are delicious, but some of them are really rare and, well, there's some weird stuff in them. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, you'd be pretty surprised at what you can eat when you haven't slept for a couple of days. I'll make sure that a room is prepared for you so you can be the guest of honor. What? You can't come? You have to wash your hair? That raggedy-ass hair? No way. Oh, all right. Guess that's understandable, what with the adventuring and all. Truthfully, I think this town needs more group bonding activities like that. You'll help us get to know each other, and also promote unity in times of crisis and so forth. Weiss coughed loudly. How much longer must we bear the insufferable flapping of this fool's gums, he whispered to Flint. Well, let him talk, he just woke up. Guy probably has a lot on his mind. Weiss sighed. This must be what Popola meant by bright and talkative. Okay, does he have multiple speeches? Okay. Oh, no, this time Weiss is putting his foot down. Alright. That was fun. I wonder if we can come back later and get a little bit more out of him. But alas. We're not technically at 3 hours yet, but we're coming close to it. Let's play a little bit more. But I apologize, viewer. I am still very hungry. So I'm going to keep it going. I write Dad letters every single day. He always worries about me, but I feel fine. May 4th. We might have seen that one before, but we've not seen it often. Sorry. So how was the village? Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words, really. Wow. I really thought if I just sequestered all the food to one side, just to one cheek, I'd be able to sell it, but you can really tell when just one person... Like, I know if both cheeks are full, you can tell. You really... I'm listening to my voice now. You can really tell just when one cheek is full, it still is noticeable. acoustics, am I right? Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words, really. Ah, neat. Let's go back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there. I need more goldfish. Hey. That was rude. Also, I'm going to change weapons. Now we have some more options. Very light. Let's just technically have it out for a hot sec. Ooh, it's a chakra. That's cool. And what else? Very light, and the attack power is 147. That's like... Wait, holy shit. The magic power is slightly less, but it's even more powerful per attack than the Crab Claw. It probably looks cooler, and it's very light. Is that the one we just got? No, we got Rebirth. Where do we get Faith from? It was another quest where we just randomly picked it up. Faith is another recent one, that's why we haven't tested it out yet, but I forget exactly where we found it. God, so scary. I wish I could meet the Kaine lady Dad told me about. I bet she's really nice and always says nice things. Wonder if that's what my mom was like. September 21st. That's actually our first full confirmation that these letters are being written as the game is happening, rather than these all being letters from the past. Which is interesting. And I think that speaks to my theory that, like, each of these villages is probably several days away, and it's just gameplay convenience that, from the player's perspective, you can get there in a couple minutes. Come on, bro. Even the speed growth ones aren't growing. I just want to make some stew with my daughter.
How'd it go today?
I know. Oh, I never got a great opportunity to explain why I'm trying to be calmer and get less upset at the game. I think you know, there's an entertainment value. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily putting on a personality whenever I get angry at a game. It's usually based in actual emotion. But I also recognize that, well, sometimes it can be very entertaining to watch someone get mad at something, and I'm very aware of that as I commentate. I'm also making an effort to say a little bit less, because it's been annoying me while I'm editing Bayo 3. I'm never going to completely get rid of it, but I'm trying to be conscious about it. But also, I have learned, I've always known this a little bit, but I've rather recently specifically learned that there is also value in being calm and pleasant when you're playing through a video game. The death dream is such a strange illness. I'm so happy you saved those people. Yeah, dealing with all its words was a pain in the ass. Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again. You guys did well.
Say.
You guys did well. Any plot for me? Is it going to be plot you deliver as soon as I walked over to the war right now? Yep. Ah, Flint. Huh? I almost forgot. Yonah was looking for you. I just checked in with her. That's also another thing of, like, I don't know why they keep doing that, of wait for the player to start to leave. Because that could have literally just been like, you guys did well. Also, Yonah was looking for you. Oh? She said she needed something from you. Time to go play daddy for a bit, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, Popola. But yeah, overnight, Instagram started pushing this one guy. And it's not just me, he's very popular. Dad came back to see me. He came back home to see me. Yay, Dad! January 30th. That's... The fact that that's the entire journal entry is already sad because that implies so much other context. Like, we already know that the life of the main character makes it so he is not always home. That has been established, and we have already picked up on that from some of the other journal entries. But that one, despite being on the surface such a happy journal entry, just implies so much about what the norm is that it's really quite tragic. And it is impressive that the game is able to accomplish that storytelling so efficiently. I think that's a really, really well written. Spirit drop. But yeah, there's an Instagram account. Got some gold. I think it's Tars_HS. Let's check with Yonah, but then I'll rant more about this guy. Rant in a good way. I'm excited to talk about him, and I am drawing inspiration from him.
Oh,
Dad! Yay! Popola said you needed something. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up that your daughter is excited to see you, and your response was, "Yeah, the mayor said I should check on you." What? Come on, man. I need a favor. What is it? Yonah? I can't help you if you don't tell me. Yeah, I guess. Yonah, please, out with it. I need you to help my friend. Your friend? I have a friend, and he sent me a letter, and now I need you to help. Someone wrote you a letter? A pen pal, how delightful. So who is this friend? Well, he's kinda... It's a guy? Yes, and he's sick and in a whole lot of trouble. And I know that you and Weiss are the only ones that can help him. Weiss? Tell me about this guy. He lives in this really big house down south, and he's super nice, and he's my friend. You have to help him, Dad. Please. Yonah, listen. Please. Great. Now what do I do? I think it is... I like the trope, particularly if the dad character learns to accept it. But in real life, it's like, you should not be suspicious of every friend your child has who is not the gender that they are. You should encourage them to develop normal, healthy friendships with other people of other genders. Because if you imply that every single person is a romantic interest, that is not setting them up for success in having healthy, normal relationships that are not romantic. So yeah, I'll do it. I can't say no to her. That being said, it is still very fun and cute to have an overprotective father character. And also, that's one thing where, like, yeah, I don't think that line would read so well if it was a brother. I think that would be really weird if the older brother just said, no, I'm not going to help you talk to this friend of yours because he might be interested in you. Okay, I'll see if I can help. Yay! Thank you, Dad, thank you!
how'd it go today?
And I also want to make the stew still, I know. That's one where I'm curious what happens if you say no, but... Great. My kid's got a boyfriend. You should tread with caution. This lad may be your future son-in-law. Weiss, we are not discussing this. Okay. We're at 3 hours. I don't think I'm going to call it quits right now, but what do we want to do? More bounty fertilizer. Need to buy stuff at Seafront. Forgot about that one. Buy stuff. Get some wheat. Go to the Airy. Go to Sea. Oh, no, that's Mouse Front. Or Mouse Front. I thought it was Seafront. It's Mouse Tails I need. I can do that if I want. I can get more watermelons if I want. Near Southern Gate. I can go looking for that. Although I have no idea where that would be, right? I met the guy near the Southern Gate, but that doesn't mean that's where his son ran away to. That could literally be anywhere. What's over by the Northern Gate? That's on the way to Seafront, right? Maybe we can do some Seafront side quests if this isn't too out of the way. But we will follow. This is exactly what I was thinking about, right? Don't head to Seafront until the main quest sends us in that direction. Here we are doing it. Anyways, yeah, Instagram starts recommending this guy to me. Tars HS, I believe. This guy's French. I don't really speak French. I learned 2 years in middle school, which was equivalent to 1 year in high school, I would say, of French. I don't remember a ton of it. That one, I still don't... That journal entry also is not a fun one.